What's funny? What if the secret to getting everything you want is to actually stop trying to get anything at all? Sounds a little weird, right? A paradox. But it's really the heart of this powerful idea called the law of value exchange. So let's kind of dig into that and explore how this one simple shift from taking to giving can completely, and I mean completely, change your world. Really, this all comes down to a story about two mindsets, just two different ways of looking at the world. One of them, well, it leaves you feeling empty, kind of stuck, always waiting for something to happen. But the other one, it throws the door wide open to all sorts of possibilities. I think we've all been there, right? That feeling of being totally stuck, convinced you have absolutely nothing to offer. Just picture a beggar, okay? He's sitting on the same corner, day in and day out. His whole world, his entire reality, is defined by that empty bowl in front of him. His focus is just completely on what he can get from the world. So let me ask you this, and, be honest with yourself. In your job, or maybe a project you're working on, even in your relationships, is your main focus on what you can get out of it? Or is it on what you're actually bringing to the table? You see, that deep down feeling of scarcity, the belief that our own hands are empty, it just puts us in this passive mode. It's like we're just waiting. We're waiting for the world to make the first move, right? To give us the job or the big break or the pat on the back before we feel like we have anything worthwhile to contribute. But for our beggar, one totally normal day, something happens that changes, well, everything. A businessman stops, but he doesn't just drop a coin in the bowl. No, he offers a question instead. And this one question is about to just shatter the beggar's entire view of himself. Imagine the scene. The businessman stops, he looks the beggar right in the eye, and instead of just handing over some change, he challenges the guy's whole reality. He asks something that forces the beggar, for the very first time, to see past that empty bowl. Whoa. Whoa. Just let that sink in for a second. If you believe you have nothing to give, then you also have no right to ask for anything. Now, this isn't meant to be cruel. It's not a judgment. It's just a profound statement about how exchange works, right? For the beggar, this was like a lightning bolt to the system. And what happens when we really think about this for ourselves? It kind of forces you to look inward, doesn't it?
It suggests that what we get back from the world is, well, it's directly tied to our willingness to first find something of value to offer it.
That one question, it just lit a fire in the beggar's mind. A complete revolution. You can imagine the initial shock, but then something clicked. A huge realization hit him. And he started looking at the world and, even more importantly, at himself in a totally new way. And here's the really beautiful part, the key insight. This kind of transformation doesn't need some huge, dramatic gesture. Nope. The beggar's whole journey, his entire change of fortune, it all started the second he decided to find just one small thing of value that he could give. And what did he find? It was something so simple, something beautiful he'd probably walked past every single day without even noticing. Wildflowers, just growing on the side of the road. And so, instead of just holding out his empty hand, he started offering a flower to anyone who gave him a coin. See the difference? He wasn't just begging anymore. He was starting a trade. And this is the fundamental mindset shift right here. He went from the old way of thinking, I have nothing, I have to beg, which is a mindset of just taking, to the new mindset, wait, I have something I can offer, a mindset of contribution, of exchange. And that shift is absolutely everything. Because look, this story about the beggar, it's more than just a nice, inspiring little tale. It's actually a perfect example of a basic law of how things work, a principle that really governs how value is created and traded in every part of our lives. So here it is, the law of value exchange. And it's pretty simple, really. Success isn't based on pity or luck. It's a fair trade. You have to offer something of value to the world first. It's a real transaction. You got to put something on the table before you can expect to get something back. You can actually think of it as a simple, powerful cycle. Step 1, find your value. Look around, look inside yourself, and figure out what you have to offer. And hey, it doesn't matter how small you think it is. Step 2, offer it first. You have to be the one to make the first move. And then, step 3, receive in return. It just becomes a natural consequence. Okay, so this is where it gets real. How do we take this big idea and actually use it in our own lives, like today? Because this isn't just some abstract theory, right? It's a super practical tool for growing in pretty much everything you do. Let's break it down. For all you creators out there, it means you offer useful, entertaining content before you even start thinking about the number of views. If you're in business, it means you solve a real problem for someone before you expect to get paid for it. And just in life, it means adding value to conversations, listening, sharing, supporting someone before you expect to feel that connection or friendship. So, as we start to wrap this up, it really all boils down to one thing. The most powerful question you can ask yourself isn't, what's in it for me? Or what can I get out of this? The real question is, what can I give? Just shifting your focus to that question, it fundamentally changes how you interact with everything and everyone. And believe me, it changes how the world responds back to you. So I'll leave you with this. Just remember that beggar and his simple wildflower. That journey from feeling like you have nothing to a feeling of abundance, it starts with just one small act of giving. It doesn't have to be some huge thing. It can be small, simple, something you already have. So what's your wildflower? What's one small piece of value you can offer to the world